How to make chicken and dumplings. Chicken and dumplings is a popular dish from America's Deep South. We've teamed up with Tiffany Goodall to show you how to perfect this delicious meal. This recipe will serve 4, and we'll have a recap of the ingredients at the end of the film.
And then I'm going to wash the chicken inside and out. And when you're sort of poaching a chicken, it will just be really tender and very delicious. Okay, so very simply, put it in a dish large enough to hold it, like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to measure out 2 litres of chicken stock and then very simply pour over your chicken. 1 teaspoon of bouillon powder in here. And then we're going to put in our celery. Then we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of parsley. You could use flat parsley or curly parsley, wouldn't matter. And salt and pepper. Last things to add is a whole onion, which we're just going to peel and then cut into quarters. And now we're going to take 2 or 3 cloves of garlic and very simply just crush down and remove the skin so it's just a little bit bruised to kind of exude all the flavour and place inside. Okay, we're now going to transfer it to the heat where we're going to put it on a medium heat for about 60 to 90 minutes. Okay, now we're going to make the dumplings, which we're going to put in our chicken broth once it's cooked. So we've got here 200 grams of flour, so we're going to pour that into our bowl. Half a teaspoon of salt. So combine all the dry ingredients first. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. A third of a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. And 1.5 teaspoons of caster sugar. So that's our dry ingredients there. So just kind of gently mix those round to combine all of them. And in here, we have 60 grams of butter. Gently kind of sift it with your hands. You should be looking for sort of fine breadcrumbs, almost like a little bit thicker than the flour would be. And so the butter's all incorporated. You don't really want big lumps of butter still in there. So try and just using your hands, incorporating it all. So that's what we're looking for here. And now to form a pastry, we're going to add in our buttermilk. About 50 millilitres will do. With our well in the centre, we're just going to add it a few spoonfuls at a time. And we're doing this so we don't over liquidate it so it doesn't form into a pastry. Okay, and now with your hand around the edge, with like a fork effect, you can bring it in. So this is the effect you're looking for, this pastry type ball. And again, it's really important, if you start melting the butter, it won't form properly, so we have to kind of keep everything really cold. So just dusting the work surface, or you could use a board and dust your board with flour. And your rolling pin, dust as well, so nothing's going to stick. Okay, still on our board, we're now going to cut it into 2-inch strips. The chicken's ready now, so we're going to lift the lid and check to see if it's properly cooked. To check this, we'll just gently tear a little bit of meat away, and as you can see, it's perfectly cooked. All the juices are clear, no sign of any pink. And then bring onto the plate. And now to our broth, we're going to add our baby carrots, and they'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook. Okay, so we've removed the chicken from the broth, we've let it stand to cool, because now what we're going to do is we're going to tear it apart into finger-sized pieces. Turn the chicken upside down because there's lots of meat. Okay, so our carrots have now finished cooking, so we're going to remove them and just set them aside to serve later. And at the same time, we're done with our celery because it was just a flavouring. Now it's simmering, we're going to add in our dumplings. And then we're going to add in our chicken. Grind in some pepper. Okay, now we're going to put the lid on for about 10 minutes. And there we have chicken and dumplings.